more from our visit to Ireland. We have not much, but the little we have, we want to present to you as an encouragement, as our own contribution, to tell you that we appreciate those that traveled back home during this December, had a lot to tell some of us that stayed back here during December. We saw the strive despite the economic condition of the country and the state, the much effort we have put to give our people a much more democracy evident. So on behalf of Enugu State Association Europe, we present to you a plaque which is a symbol of your excellence in the governance of Enugu State. His Excellency.
We have another gift for His Excellency. This very gift has a symbolic value, Excellency, and I would like to invite Mr. Arizonwoka and Mr. Oke Onya to please come forward and present your gift to the Governor. And once more again, Your Excellency, I'll crave indulgence, so please, if you don't mind. I know you're very tired. We are trying to rush this. Thank you. Mr. Omuka and Mr. Konya, please.
Good evening, His Excellencies and His entourage. I stand on the existing protocol. His Excellency, you're welcome to Ireland. We can never stop saying you're welcome. This gift is of symbolic value. And by saying that, we mean that this gift represents human being, and we wish that when you get back to your office, you leave this on your desk. This would be a reminder of the bond we have with you during your visit to Ireland, and a reminder of the promises which you will probably make to some of the prayers which we have made in our proposal. And I would say once more, welcome to Ireland, and we hope that when you're going back, we wish you all a safe and happy trip back home. Thank you very much.
His Excellency, thank you once again. My name is Okionia, part of the poor. I said, that's for real. I said, I'm not going to listen to the first person. I made the second, the third inquiry. They were all saying the same thing. And if you look at this plaque here, that's a human being, but this one is a very hungry human being because it's very strong singer. So this is a symbol that I want you to leave in your office. When you see this, this will remind you of what you have done in the past. And what you're still going to do again. Don't forget them, because our group, stronghold and our belief and our priority is to bridge the gap between the poor and the rich. Then I thought, and being the person I am, I'm somebody that has strong passion. Anywhere I am, I have strong passion for the needy and the poor and the widows. And this, we are going to, as far as I'm there, if you hear that I'm fighting with them, but I love that we have the same attitude. We have agreed that we're not going to leave the poor and the needy behind. So we are here to help, both in suggestion, both in putting our boots down on the ground to see what we can be able to do to make sure that a lot of them are not left behind. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you everybody. Thank you, Mr. Governor. I hope that you'll be able to go through the security at the airport with a human being. Okay. We were going to do one last thing, but before we do that, we know that Mr. Gov has been awake all morning. And we need to eat. We need to feed him. Because we Irish are generous. We have a lot of potato, and I can smell some white sauce as well. So we would like everybody to have a meal. But before then, Your Excellency, it's an honor that we give you our food today. We don't have pounded yam, we don't have eba, but we do have mashed potato. I ask you all, please, to first of all, create a little bit of space until we are able to get a high table sorted. And enjoy your meal, everyone. And if you drink, don't get drunk. If you're drunk, don't drive. Enjoy your meal.
No, it's just a chip.
We're waiting to get chips.
The Executive Secretary, Planning Commission, Senior Special Assistants, the executives of the Enugu State Association Europe, those of you residing in Ireland, and those of you who have come from England, Spain, and so on, distinguished Enugu State indigenes living here, and all the other members of the Southeast region. For today, we understand that this event was put together at very short notice. Anybody who's living abroad recognizes how busy most of you are, and what it means for your time and your resources to make our time to set up an occasion like this, especially, like I said, at very short notice. And Nigeria is at a crossroads at this point. With oil prices bottoming out, the country is facing very serious financial difficulties, and most of us are making efforts to make sacrifices to support our states and the country, because the truth is, with the circumstances the way it is, the country requires a lot of support to get through this difficult time in the country. I look at you people here as people who have an opportunity to make a difference in Enugu State, because you're living in a country that went through a very difficult time about 40 years ago. The first time I was in Ireland in 1977, I came as a young girl. I was supposed to go to school. I think Ireland was going through what Nigeria is going through today. They had long lines running 3 miles long, circling the American embassy, because every young person in Ireland wanted to leave to go to the United States to live. Because there were no jobs, unemployment was over 20%. Things were very difficult in this country. So I'm amazed, coming back to Dublin. It was a tiny little town then. There were about 3 major roads. Most of what you see today were done in the last 30 years. And if such a feat can be achieved, and you're part of the success story today, then I think there's a lot for you people to bring back to Enugu State. So we thank all of you today. I think His Excellency received your proposal, but I think we'll flip that proposal back to you, because we want the people in the diaspora to play the kind of role that the diaspora Asians played in turning Asia into the Asian tigers and turning Asia into what we see today. Most of what you see from South Korea to Thailand and so on, where there are citizens who are living all over the world, about 40 years, 50 years ago, when they were having a very, very difficult time. I mean, difficult to the point that those countries at that time were worse off than Nigeria, but things are totally different today. So it requires your support, the support, since we have a governor who is willing. I'm a member of the Enugu State's Economic Advisory Council. We have our private businesses, but we're making the time and sacrifice to give support to the state. And we urge each and every one of you. I think maybe what we should be asking His Excellency to provide is a piece of land for you people to get funds to build and provide them, because there are a lot of opportunities in Nigeria, tremendous opportunities. And I think that if you as you're working together, if you put your eyes down with ideas that you've gathered, with your years of experience here, there's a lot that you can bring to bear and a lot of value that you can bring to the state. So we request that you work with us. There's the economic summit you mentioned is coming up at the end of March. We'll make sure that information is provided to those of you who can attend, or those of you who are investors, because the first level of investment is actually from diaspora of whichever country is looking for investors. Because you understand the society, you understand the culture, you understand the importance and the role that you can play in the society. And since you're straddling the two nations, you're straddling the West that has seen development, and the other side, which is trying to achieve it, I think the combination is a lot that you can do for us. So we thank you very much. We are going to be open, each and every one of us, with our information. The appointing secretary is here. His responsibility is to liaise with you. We have your contacts, emails, telephone numbers. The special assistant of the Diaspora has been specifically charged with the responsibility of communicating and interacting with you, not just in Ireland, but across the world. For Enugu State indigenous, and any other indigene of Nigeria or outside Nigeria that feels that this is a place, a destination that they can make a difference. On that note, Iba in their journey.
Thank you very much. Please, another big round of applause for that. Thank you. And Your Excellency, we just have two more. Barrister Ifeanyi Nwoga. Barrister Nwoga is the former Attorney General in Enugu State, so please give the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Your Excellency, members of the State Assembly, Deputy Speaker, the House Leader, the Secretary of the Planning Advisory Committee, Chief Loretta, and enrolled member Economic Advisory Committee. Your Excellency, it's my pleasure to move this vote of thanks. I have lived here for 15 years, you will be surprised. I live in Nigeria and I live here. It's such an honor to have you in our midst with your entourage. We thank you that you could make our time to come and spend time with people from Enugu State. Not only spend time, but also even give account of your stewardship. It shows the kind of man you are. You know, during your campaign, if you want to talk in Enugu, they will say, speak Enugu. Because gurus Please, I'm breaking protocol. I've known him for over 25, 30 years. So I think I can informally call him Boros. He's a remarkable man. I was to travel, Your Excellency. I was bereaved. But because it's an auspicious moment for us in Ireland, that you were coming, I had to leave off everything. Sorry about whatever shortcomings you may have noticed here. But we said, how can it be that you come to Ireland and just be sleeping in the hotel? That people of Enugu State, plus Igbo, who are in Ireland, must come in. So forgive our inadequacies, but next time it won't be like this. We thank you. We thank the Deputy Speaker. We thank you, sir, for coming. We thank the House Majority Leader. We thank you for coming. We thank Chief Mike Ene, who brought us pineapples from Enugu. Education. I am sure you're taking so much from this EU for the benefit of Enugu people. We thank my brother, Barrister Sam Ogumogulogu, the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. We thank you. Chief Loretta, when you said 1977, my wife said, how old was I at that time? You see, Ireland was not just built 30 years ago, even 15 years ago. You couldn't believe what they have turned this place to. And if there is a man who can turn Enugu around, it's Boros. He has the capacity, he has the humility. This is one man that everybody in Enugu State loves. It's unbelievable. Everybody loves Boros. And when he will have, sometimes I worry for him because he has so much goodwill. But this is not the best of time to be governor in Enugu State. And yet, he's trying to do his level best. With no money. With almost no money. Sometimes I wonder how he does it. Your Excellency, I must confess that people have had me to call you. I didn't want to call you because some things I know that they don't know. Because how do you help somebody when you don't have anything? What I mean you don't have anything is that